Three scores on a stats test. Scores on a stats test is a normal distribution. So it means we can have the curve with a mean of 80 and a standard deviation of 5. So the notation we write it in is N for normal, the mean, which is 80, and standard deviation, which is 5. Now we're going to sketch it where 80 is the mean. Standard deviation, we add. Oh, sorry. Mean, 1 standard deviation, 2 standard deviations, 3 standard deviations. Now we're going the other way. 1 standard deviation below, 2 standard deviations below, 3 standard deviations below. And this is 34, 13.5, 35.15. Okay, so let's answer the questions. What percent of people should have an IQ between 75 and 85? So our percent is 68. In a group of 30, how many? So we're looking for the number of students, not the percent. So 70 to 90, that's 2 standard deviations. Excuse me. Which is 95% of 30 students. So 0.95 times 30. That would be 28.5. So we would say 29 students scored between a 70 and a 90. We would add these numbers up, or we know that 2 standard deviations. Add these numbers up, or we know that 2 standard deviations is 95%. Alright, D says what percent, so we want a percent, of students scored above a 90. So that would be, here's 90, so above would be 2.35 plus 0.15, which is 2.5%. What is the usual range of scores? So the usual range is 2 standard, here's the mean, right here in the middle. That's 1 standard deviation, 2 standard deviations. So from here to here, 70 to 90, would be the usual range of scores.